Good morning, BookTube. It is Thursday, April 18th at 7:45 in the morning, and I'm struggling to get out of bed because I stayed up until 1:45 last night finishing The Towering Sky. If you want to hear my thoughts about that, check out my last video. Now I have to force myself to get out of bed so I can get ready for work, because I have to leave the house in 45 minutes. So I'm not bringing a book to work with me today because I finished reading my book in the wee hours of the morning and Anthony's already gone to work, and I'm going to get him to pick out which book I read next. He has to choose between A Map of Salt and Stars and The Beach. Brought 2 books to work today for people who maybe wanted to read on their breaks but forgot to bring a book themselves, which is amazing considering I didn't have a book today. So I started reading this one, Love, Alice, and it's really good so far. I've only read the prologue and a little bit of chapter 1, but it's like this woman's her fiance kills himself 2 weeks before their wedding, and now it's a year later, and when she's at the cemetery one day, there's somebody that she notices leaving a note at a grave asking her daughter to forgive her. And so it's about her, like, trying to investigate and figure out what happened with this woman and her daughter, which just sounds, like, intriguing and fun. So this is going to be the book that I read on my breaks, I think. Look, I have some books. Some books that my dad wrote and just published. This one I already read before he published it. It's called Bug Jay and Tend Amends, and it's a story about my imaginary friends, not about my imaginary friends when I was little. They're just named after my imaginary friends, but that is what inspired his story. It's just a cute, adorable little novella, and it's super precious, and it's just about 2 11-year-olds in the 60s in the summer just getting into trouble. And then he did this one, Severed, which is like a crime novel, and I haven't read it yet, but you can get them both. They're on all the Amazons if you want to check them out. And then so that I could get free shipping, because Anthony is the one with the Amazon Prime account, and he wasn't home when I ordered it, so I didn't know what his password was. I got this one, Sanctuary's Fiend by Andrew Lynch, which I have seen reviewed on Vanessa's channel from Paper Fairy, and she really enjoyed it, and I put it on my Amazon wish list as soon as I watched her review because it sounded really cute and fun, and so I figured I would get this at the same time. Alright, so Anthony picked out The Map of Salt and Stars for me to read, except that he called it the Saltwater book. And he is currently having a nap, so I thought that I would use that time to read. So I read for half an hour, and I read 20 pages. I'm hungry though, so I'm going to eat because I haven't had supper yet, and it's 7:30 now. I like it so far. It's very quiet so far. It's like very calm, but I like it. Lovely. You wish you looked like me. I'm going to my friend Laura's. She invited me over to write while she does art, but I have nothing to write right now, so I'm just gonna go over and we'll watch something on Netflix while she does art. I did bring my book because we have hung out before where I've read and she's worked on art, but I don't know if we're gonna do that, but just in case, because I've only read 15 pages so far today. Although I did read more of the manuscript that I'm reading on Spoon Reads. I'm almost 25% through now, so I got a bunch of that done today. I read that while Anthony watched TV. Hello. I just finished filming a book video, not a vlog video, obviously. So that's fun, and I have 2 others that I think I'm gonna film today, which is fun, so be excited for that. Regular, standard, original style booktube content coming your way. I filmed the Do I Have That Book challenge, and I'm gonna film a Pokemon book tag that I was tagged in, and I'm going to probably do a Pokemon readathon as well. That's in May, and I'll do my TBR for that, and so that's pretty exciting. And then when I'm done filming, I'm going to try and just read until Anthony comes home from work. Okay, thoughts on the Map of Salt and Stars so far. I'm still not far. I'm only on page 49. It's slow going, but I'm interested. Like, I want to keep reading it. But for some reason I feel like I can't read a lot of it in one go, at least yet. My main issue with the story, which isn't like super an issue, but like it takes me out of it a little bit sometimes, is that this is told by a 12-year-old, but the writing is very mature, and the inner thoughts are very mature, and the descriptions are very mature, and I feel like a 12-year-old would not have these thoughts like in this way, the way that they are written in here. So I feel like it should be written in the third person instead of the first person, like it is. I feel like if it was written in the third person, it wouldn't take me out of the story as much. Like, I really like the descriptions and everything, and I like the writing. It's very, like atmospheric, I guess. But whenever she says I and everything, it kind of makes me be like, what? But you're 12. So I feel like it would be... I feel like it would have been a little bit smarter for it to be told in the third person, but that's basically my only critique, I guess, of it so far. I am enjoying it. I think it's really well written, and I'm definitely intrigued and interested to see what's going to happen. Anthony is making the most amazing smelling burgers in the entire world. Like, I just... Oh my god. Anthony owes me wings! Where are we gonna go for them? Phil's? Who else has good wings? So we're going to Anthony's mom's in a little bit for Easter. I'm just waiting for Anthony to be done in the shower. And I am 95 pages into the Map of Salt and Stars. I basically still have the same thoughts. It's like kind of heavy, but it's good. Like, the writing is really, like, it's really pretty, and, like, the thoughts and stuff, and, like, the main character sees words and sounds as colors, which is pretty cool. So I like that part, and her explanation of what colors things are, and it, like, is in the descriptions, like, so casually and stuff like that, so I like that about it. And I do want to know, like, what's gonna happen with their family, and how they're gonna get through everything. At the beginning of the story, I was more interested in the map maker's story, but now I'm more interested in the main girl's story than the map maker. I just find the map maker story is like kind of meh. Like, it just talks a lot about different cities that they're going to be going through, and there's a creature following them, which is kind of cool. But I don't know. I feel like the writing style when it goes to the map maker side of the story is really different, and it's harder for me to connect to it for some reason. But I sprayed soap all over myself. Oh, it's dark. We're in the creepy basement.
Did you see the ghost yet?
You say that. I know you're joking, but it just...
You know how many people have been in this building?
You mean how many people have died?
Well, I don't like this because this will set off a motion sensor.
Oh.
Right? Because if it floats around... We're not going out that way. We're going out through the building.
Oh, sweet. So we're special.
There's your books.
Oh, can we look through them?
Okay. Put Che Guevara Diaries.
Che Guevara?
For the Devil and Miss Prim.
Oh.
Or the secret something daughter.
This just secret daughter.
Oh, up in the air.
Oh.
Oh, look, one with deckled edges.
Oh yeah, you know your book.
Look.
What words? Oh, it's so dark. Okay, so I'm going to show you the books I got very quickly with no thought to put into them at all at the bowling alley. So this will cost me $3. I'm going to give the money to Anthony and he's going to put it in next time he works. So I got The Loop by Nicholas Evans, who's the author of The Horse Whisperer, and I really liked The Horse Whisperer. So I'm assuming this one's about, I was going to say horses, but those are wolves. And I got You, Me, Everything by Catherine Isaac. Don't know what it's about, but I got this. And I got a bind up of the entire Chronicles of Narnia series, so that's pretty nice. I got Up in the Air by Walter Kern, which stars George Clooney. I think it's so funny that it says that right on the book. Like, it's like the actual like movie poster. And then I got See Me by Nicholas Sparks, which I'm kind of disappointed in the way the spine is super, super bent, but whatever. 50 cents, right? And then I got This Is a Love Story, and I just got it because I thought it looked so cute, and I hope the sticker will come off. I got it mostly off, and now you can see the author's name, which is Jessica Thompson. At Anthony's mom's for Easter today, I read almost all of This Is What You Came For, the manuscript that I'm reading on Spoon Reads on my phone because everyone was just watching hockey. So I read most of that. I'm 88% done now, and it's really fun. It's a really fun story. It's like this girl who's a like moderately popular YouTuber is at a music festival for a weekend, and there's a cell phone company that's doing like a contest for a few social media influencers. And so they're doing like so her and 4 other social media people who are pretty famous or whatever get picked to do this scavenger hunt over the weekend, and the winner gets to interview a band. She also ends up coming across this one YouTuber who she absolutely hates, who's like really, really famous, and he's part of the scavenger hunt too, and it's a lot of fun. And now I have to do my workout. It is the first day of beta, which is the second 5-week set of workouts in T25, which are the harder ones. I don't know how well this is gonna go. You're fucking kidding me? I just threw up in my mouth. That was fun. So I finished reading the manuscript that I was reading on Spoon Reads this morning, actually, because I only had like 4% left, so I read it in bed before I got up. And I rated it 4 out of 5 hearts. And I compared it to The Only Thing Worse Than Me Is You, Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, and Audrey Waite. I thought it was a lot of fun, and stop going out of focus. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. And it had like a little bit of deeper stuff in it as well, but it wasn't so deep that the story was heavy or anything. It was just good fun. So you should read it on Spoon Reads if you want, and you should also read my book on Spoon Reads.